Hey, it's your boy, Chongo, coming at you with another video. This video is Florida teacher found naked in class during holiday break. Brought to you by Tim Dillon Show Clips. You know, the first thought when I saw this is, of course it's someone from Florida, right? Because why the fuck not? But the title says it all. I'm interested to see what Tim Dillon has to say about this. Let's get right into it.
Florida teacher found naked in classroom with sex toys and weed on Thanksgiving. So what? The kids weren't there. Let's talk about this Florida teacher. And by the way, bring up his mugshot. He looks fun. Doesn't that look like a fun guy? Well, this gentleman who was a teacher, he's a former teacher at Somerset College Prep. He was naked inside the school. This was Thanksgiving night, and he was in the school, and he's naked, and he's in the classroom, and I believe he's got weed paraphernalia around him. And let's look at the story. Let's see what he is doing.
Jim and Liz, not only did Joe Arias allegedly break into Windmill Point Elementary, but when a deputy caught him naked in a classroom, that deputy confronted him. And according to law enforcement, Arias responded by punching the deputy in the face.
Well, yeah.
Joe Arias had himself quite a Thanksgiving night that eventually landed himself in a jail cell.
The more it unfolded, the weirder it got.
Deputy Eric Holbert lives at Windmill Point Elementary, one of the several deputies that live on school grounds in the county. Last Thursday night, Holbert spotted Arias, who is now a former teacher at Somerset College Preparatory Academy, naked inside the school. Holbert says when Arias saw him, he tried to grab his clothes and run.
I identified myself. I hold both hands up and said, "Deputy Sheriff, stop." And he said, "No, bro," and just tried to run through me. We tussled a little bit. He hit me here in the lip. I hit him in the jaw.
Right.
And I was able to hold him with a jiu-jitsu seatbelt grip.
Oh,
Arias is
good.
believed to have broken into the school through a window, triggering a silent alarm and police response.
Showed that the perimeter was secure, inspected the grounds, didn't find any forced entry or signs of a burglary, and they
By the
cleared
way,
it.
you know what's funny about this? If this was a school shooting, none of them would have went in the school. Like all of these cops are like, they heard an alarm went off and they thought it was like a couple of kids in there. If it was a school shooting, all of these like tough guy cops would have sat outside like they did in Uvalde and did nothing for 2 hours. To like, yeah, I hit him with, I got a jujitsu, put him in a jujitsu hold there. I fucking, you know. So this was a guy that just on Thanksgiving night probably didn't have anywhere to go, and he wanted to go into his classroom and get high and get naked in his classroom. And that is, you know, frowned upon. People don't like it. Let's see what else here. Yeah. He broke in. We know that. There's a large pillow that kids sleep on. There was some sort of stain on that. It's not great. He was naked when I saw him, Hobart recalled. But why was he there? He said that he was homeless, and what he has been doing is teaching at his school and then hanging out at a Starbucks and then sleeping in public wherever he can. By the way, how many of our teachers are homeless? Probably a good amount. The deputy shared, he knew this week that schools were out, so he was going to break into the school and stay there for the week. Now, teachers, obviously, I'm kidding, they get a decent salary, most of them. They should be able to afford an apartment or a home. The vulgarity, I don't even want to get into his mind to think about what he was thinking about. The chief said, I have no explanation for what he was doing. Yeah. Well, they fired him. It is creepy if your child was in that class. You're going to sit down with your child and go, what do you think about Mr. Urias? What was his deal? But it is interesting. I think they found him like, you know, high in the class, naked, masturbating. And you don't want a teacher to behave in that manner. You don't want that if you can avoid it. You really don't want that. You never want to see a teacher out of a classroom. And, you know, remember how awkward it was when you bumped into a teacher in real life? You're like, oh, hello. Hi, Mrs. Benedetto. But still, you know, you want to see a teacher in a classroom, but you don't want to see them naked after hours jerking off on a pillow that the kids sit on. So this guy has mental problems, and he's probably not going to be able to get another gig. These things follow you. That's what I've learned. These things follow you in life. They really do. This is what'll follow you. It'll follow you. You know, what happened at the last job? Well, did you relocate? Yeah, I was I punched a deputy, he punched me. It was masturbating in the classroom at night on Thanksgiving. You know how it is. And everybody totally freaked about it. This is what they call a career ending. This is a career ending behavior. Something in him snapped, and he just goes, I'm going to jerk off on Thanksgiving in that classroom. I'm doing it. I don't give a shit. I want to... What a weird move. Like, if he was a pedophile, what an odd move. Because that's the thought, right? He's jerking off in a classroom. Interesting. I wonder if other pedophiles, like, you didn't even fuck the kid. He's like, no, I just jerked off in the class. And they're like, and you lost your job for that? It sounds reasonable if you're another pedophile. If you're another pedophile, you're like, wait a minute, hold on. You lost your job just for jerking off on Thanksgiving night in your own classroom? And no kids were there. Yeah. That's nuts. Like, if you're another pedophile, it seems like he took the path of least resistance. And everybody's like, why would he lose his job just because he was found naked on Thanksgiving jerking off in his classroom?
All right. Well, that was interesting, right? But so I don't know if you guys caught this, but they mentioned how the cop lived on the campus. I didn't know that was a thing. I guess that's a good thing when you have a cop living on the school grounds. That way someone's always there, right? Is that common? That's the first. I mean, I guess if you're living in Florida, it's necessary, right? But yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. So comment down below if you know about how common this is, right? Or if your local schools have this arrangement going on, right? I guess with everything going on today, it might be a good idea, and having some muscle at the schools, right? What do you say? You put them in some kind of hold or something? I think he said something about a seatbelt hold or something, jujitsu hold. Yeah, the shit. I guess the shit that the cops have to learn now because of all the craziness, right? Shit's wild, and like it's like, what is the thought process, right? Doing this, like, is he really a pedophile? Like, yeah, it's weird because he's at a school doing it. But maybe he's just fucking crazy, right? There's fucking crazy people out there. And maybe he's one of them. God. I mean, yeah, like, you can't be out in society doing shit like that, right? Like, I wonder, I mean, it happened on Thanksgiving. So, like, I'm sure he's going to go through court with this. Like he said, it's going to follow you, right? So, like, how... I wonder what the outcome's going to be, right? I'm sure he's going to be on some lists. But, at the very least, if not, he's going to go to prison. Or go to jail or something, right? Yeah, this dude's fucked, right? And what did he get out of it? He got this. He got this out of it, right? Yeah, this is entertaining. If you thought so, go ahead and like and subscribe. Comment down below with some suggestions. Your boy Chango. I mean, at this point, if it looks funny to me, if it looks interesting to me, I just hit play and record and all of that, right? But yeah, that's all I really got. You guys take care. Peace out.